As horses say to one another, any friend of yours is a palomino. That's unreal.
What do you call the horse that lives next door?
I don't know. Tell me.
Neighbour. That wasn't
How
funny.
can I not laugh?
What did the horse say when it fell in?
I've fallen and I can't giddy up. You don't actually have to read these out. You just have to look at me.
What do you call a horse that's been all around the world?
You tell me.
A globe trotter.
When do vampires like horse racing? You're laughing. But when it's neck and neck.
Where do you take a sick horse? To the hospital.
Yeah, you can have that one.
What side of a horse has more hair? The outside.
I'm just thinking Arsenal. Arsenal. I've got Arsenal in my brain. I'm forgetting about you. And I'm thinking
Arsenal.
No.
You're thinking of Spurs trophy cabinet.
Oh, okay.
What's a horse's favourite sport, David Seaman?
You tell me.
Stable tennis.
I bought a horse. Its first race, it went out at 25-1. The only problem is, all the other horses left at 12:30. You gonna smile?
I'll tell you what a smile is. This is Ronaldinho.
That's a point. I'll take that.
How did the jockey try to make horse riding enjoyable?
Go on then.
He tried to stir up some interest, Seaman.
All right, point to you.
That was the No Laugh Challenge with me, Matt Chapman, and you,
David Seaman.
Good evening and welcome to Q Live Sport. I'm Sam and this week everyone is talking about the Cheltenham Festival because it's the biggest week in the racing calendar. So we've teamed up with our friends at Sun Racing to bring you an amazing show. In the next 10 minutes, I'll be giving away £1,000. I'm going to ask you 12 questions on horse racing and you'll have 10 seconds to answer each one. Get all 12 right and you'll win or split the cash. And if you fancy a flutter afterwards, download the Sun Racing app for the latest odds and racing news. Just follow the links on the Q Live app. Now, before we get started, let's find out the winner of last week's Sporting Golden Q. Congratulations, trivia time. You've won 50 quid and also smashed it with the name. Well done. I've hidden another Sporting Golden Q behind one question. Get that right and you could win £50 all to yourself. But right now, who wants to win a grand? So saddle up, grab your warm coats and put those flat caps on. It's time for the racing game that stops the nation. Giddy up and get ready to play. Q1. In which Gloucestershire town is this week's horse racing festival which features the Gold Cup? Whitcomb, Cheltenham, Stroud. Every year, Gloucestershire receives an economic boost of over £100 million due to this festival. Wow. Serious money. And the correct answer is Cheltenham. I mean, I said it was Cheltenham right at the start of the show, so if you got that wrong, what were you doing here? Okay, Q2. What was the name of the only horse to have won 3 Aintree Grand Nationals? Red rum, white wine, or blue gin? Did you know that comedian Lee Mack used to be a stable boy and this horse was the very first horse he ever rode? Which is a really cool story if you're Lee Mack. not my story. Time's up, and the correct answer is red rum, which, if you look at it backwards, means you see the tail first and then the head at the other end. Next up, we have a picture question, so take a look at your screen because your question is about to appear. Q3. Who is this famous racing personality? John McCririck, John Frankham, or Prince Monolulu? That is one heck of a beard. He was also a contestant on the third series of Celebrity Big Brother back in 2005. You may remember he was obsessed with Diet Coke. And the correct answer is John McCririck, of course. Everyone knew that. Don't forget, I've hidden one sporting golden Q somewhere in tonight's show. Get that right and you could win 50 quid even if you've already been knocked out. So back to the game. Q4. Which jockey famously won all 7 races on the card at a meeting at Royal Ascot in 1996? Willie Carson, Pat Edery, or Frankie Dettori? This is so rare that the odds were over 25,000 to 1. And one lucky punter won an incredible £500,000 when this jockey completed his magnificent 7. But who was he? He was Frankie Dettori. What was the horses called though? Where's their credit? As well as being a regular jockey, Dettori also fancies himself as a disc jockey and built himself a professional DJ booth in his home. DJ Dettori. Doesn't have a ring to it. Q5. Which of these distances is most traditionally used to measure horse races? Chain, league, or furlong? Every year, over £100 billion is spent on horse racing, which is a lot of money. A lot of money. Time is up, and the correct answer is furlong. A furlong is equal to 660 feet, and there are 8 furlongs in a mile. Most of you knew that, but how many acres in a hectare? Q6. Which race run on the day before the Epsom Derby is exclusively for 3-year-old fillies? The Ashes, the Oaks, or the Maples? The most runners to ever take part in the race was 34 in 1862. Can you get it? Time is up, and the correct answer is the Oaks, obviously. 6 down, 6 to go. Don't forget the £50 golden Q is on its way, so keep playing even if you've already been knocked out. Right, next up we have another picture question, so take a look at your screen because your question is about to appear. Q7. What is the name of this famous grey racehorse? Desert Orchid, Neptune Colongs, or Rooster Booster? Did you know only about 8% of racehorses are grey? Not many, is it? I haven't counted them, but it's what I'm told. Not many. Time is up, and the correct answer is Desert Orchid. Most of you knew that. Well done. Desert Orchid was rated the 5th best national hunt horse of all time. He won over £6,500,000. He probably spent that on horseshoes. Now it's time for question 8. What? Yeah? Confirmed. Our next question is the Sporting Golden Q. This is worth a bonus £50 to one player, even if you've already been knocked out. So if you're ready, here we go. Q8. On which famous racecourse is the Melbourne Cup race? The Churchill Downs, the Happy Valley, or Flemington? They don't race this on a race horse, it's on a race course. So remember, this is worth £50 to one player if you've already been knocked out, and you won't have to share it with anyone. Time is up, and the correct answer was Flemington. Well done if you got that right. I'll be announcing tonight's winner next Wednesday at 9. Back to the game. Q9. Which of these men has owned the Grand National Winters, Hedgehunter, Winners, Hedgehunter, Balla-Briggs, and Many Clouds? Is it JP McManus, Trevor Hemmings, or David Johnson? Around 12 million people place a bet on the Grand National, with over £250 million being spent by punters. Time's up, and the correct answer is Trevor Hemmings. Half of you knew it, well done. Here's another fact for you. The highest paying horse racing event in the world is the Pegasus World Cup. Happens in the States, and it's got a purse of $16 million. A lot of money for a horse. Q10. Which of these horses has won the fewest Cheltenham Cup Gold Cups? Arkle, Kauto Star, or Best Mate? During the Cheltenham Festival, there are 8,000 gallons of tea and coffee drunk by punters. Yeah, what are the horses drinking? Don't know. Weird. Fun to think about. Time's up, and the correct answer is Kauto Star. Q11. What was the name of the horse disqualified after winning the 1980 Gold Cup following a failed drugs test? Was it Drawn House, Level Flat, or Tide Cottage? Horses should not be on drugs. If you're a horse and they ask you, just say nay. Just say nay. Come on. It's the only reason I'm here. Just say nay, because it sounds like no, but a horse says nay. We all get it. It's hilarious. Time is up, and the correct answer is Tide Cottage. Oh, remember when I said just say nay? You've made it to the final question. You are just one correct answer away from £1,000. It's time to see if you can beat the queue. There are 185 of you equestrian experts left in, so let's do it. Q12. What was the winner of the 2012 Epsom Oaks called? What was the winner of... This is for £1,000. Time is up, and the correct answer is was. Was the winner. 111 of you knew that. Congratulations, you'll be sharing £1,000. I'll be back next Wednesday at 9 with another Q Live Sport. I'll have another grand up for grabs, and we'll be revealing the winner of tonight's Sporting Golden Cube. Amy is back at 10 tonight with the Qs at 10. Frankly, it's much better than the actual news because you win money and it's not miserable. Until next time, I'm Sam. They think it's all over. It is now.